can't watch it. Hey, I'll do it. Are we on? Yep. Hey, sorry, I don't have a player with us. NBL, don't find me. We got a red eye out, so we couldn't do it. We couldn't go any more overtimes. The boys are literally in the car right now heading back, so apologise for not having a player. I'll wear that, but there is a reason, so I'm not just being a sore winner. I had to think about that for a second. There's been a lot of losing this year.
How do you sum the whole thing up?
Well, and again, this is what I love about the group, and I know I said to Lockie afterwards, we didn't deserve the 15-game losing streak. The boys have just been so resilient throughout the whole season, and it's character building. And even in that stretch where Wardenberg fouls out and Tanner has to come out because he's got blood coming out of his face, which was a no call, and AK and KG, who relatively sat out the entire fourth. KG makes some massive free throws, and AK is the one that secures that massive rebound at the end. So it's just, again, by committee, a collective group. I'm happy the boys are sort of rewarding themselves for what's been a very punishing season in a sense of results and training and injuries and everything else.
What was the absolute key, do you think? When you look back on it now, was there one element of the team you're most proud of the way you played?
Well, because we've danced this song before, we've danced to this song before where we've built ourselves a nice lead at half time. I've lost count how many times we've led at half time, especially during that 15-game streak, and then lost. And so the third quarter, we went away from the game plan. We got a little bit too ISO. The ball stuck to one side. We weren't stepping up to shooters. Like Ben Henshaw was a spark off the bench. Keanu Pinder was massive off the bench. If KP finishes out the rest of the year coming off the bench, he's a six-man candidate. So I know the NBL, they can jump a little bit. I think I got my numbers right on that. And I may be biased because I like KP, but, we fell asleep. You get a little bit too cotton-focused, and, Henshaw made some big plays and Keanu made some big plays, and then before that would be it. Then we'll just be like more hero ball and more ISO, and then our defense will stick to our man a little bit more aggressively. But, they weathered the storm. They stayed composed and focused. We had some shots that didn't drop. Tanner had some really good looks that didn't go in. There was a corner three by Tanner that didn't go in. And then he steps up and arguably makes one of the biggest threes. I can't remember if it was the end of regulation or overtime. Yeah, no, it was the end of regulation because we didn't go back to him. It's just that confidence to be like, okay, that shot didn't drop, don't tighten up. December, November, we all tightened up. Today we've got another play for, so we just played loose. And as I said to the guys, have fun, what's the worst that can happen?
That seemed to be your message all the way through overtime. I was listening in, you just said, have fun, we've done all the work to get here. Do you think your calmness sort of kept them focused on the job? Because sometimes in this arena and against this team, you can lose your way a little bit.
Yeah, it's just more like recentering their focus, trying to catch them and bring them back into that same centre point, because it was a great atmosphere. It was massive. It was hot. The aircon doesn't work. I know they're trying to upgrade their training facility. They might have to upgrade this place too, get the aircon going. But huge atmosphere. Shout out everyone to my back office workers too. They don't even turn the aircon in for you guys out here, so that's brutal. But yeah, it was just about recentering their focus. And again, we're not playing, so just hoop, have fun.
You never go in a game with excuses, but I think you had a 7.5-hour flight yesterday, had an evacuation from an airport, already beat Illawarra in the same week. Sum up this win, where does it sit for you as a coach?
Yeah, gritty. That's what we've been trying to harp on all season from the beginning. This is also 3 games in a row. I know we lost to Adelaide, but this is now 3 games in a row we've won the rebound count. So that was something we really wanted to have as a KPI at the start of the season. So it's cool that the boys are still caring about those KPIs now. This was important. I think everybody needed it. The front office, Mark, Troy, everybody works really hard and they cop it. There's people always on the outside, they'll think they can do the job better. The reality is Cairns is operating and it's such a successful, such a success in the front office and with management, for a community-owned club. And again, you can't compare us to Illawarra and Tasmania because they're privately owned. We are community-owned. The comparison, right, is Townsville. When was the last time they were in? So what Mark and Troy do to not only keep us competitive and going is I don't have to worry about paycheck to paycheck. I don't have to worry about if we're going into administration every year. And so that's a massive success. Now, the results aren't their fault. It's my fault, like the way I coach or injuries or whatever it may be. But, this is important for them. I want them to feel this because everybody works so hard and everybody on the out, you're in a fishbowl looking. I know I'm rambling. I know I'm going to miss my flight probably. The best comparison I ever had, I think Trev Gleeson said it, was like you're in a fishbowl and everybody's looking in and everything's magnified. The goldfish has got big eyes and a little tail because of the way the bowl's shaped and so forth. And so everybody on the outside is always going to be critical of things they have no idea. So that's a quick little shout out to the front office and the board who all season have been fantastic, giving me the support I need when we're up or down. So I hope they get to appreciate this.
The last one, because you've got to go. Sam Wardenberg close to a triple-double. Not many big men get triple-doubles today.
He's a monster. He missed the offensive rebound. He missed the box out. That was his, so that's his fault. And then him getting the tech, well, that's just karma. I told him that. So, what a lot of the foul shots today, weren't there? You got it? I'm good. Okay, real. I'll take a few more. I'll keep it short.
I'll be quick for you.
Chris, why aren't you here? You live in WA, right? Shouldn't you be here?
Yes, because there's always a game on first. Always a game first.
Thanks, mate.
If we go back 6 days, that performance against Adelaide, you let your team know what you thought, particularly the starters. When you looked into your crystal ball, you couldn't have imagined probably that you would end up beating the top two teams coming into this reality in the space of 48 hours. What does it say about this playing group that you've done what you've done in the last 48 hours?
Well, yes and no, and this is what I've always said, is the boys have always responded with everything. Sometimes I can be overly critical. I don't know if you caught a timeout, and I just went straight at Kyle Adnam. Like, I felt like he dropped the ball in a couple of examples, and even afterwards I felt kind of bad about it to a degree, but they always respond. And this is what I loved about the group, whether we're winning or losing, the injuries. They've always responded. So, I knew I was going to get a response out of these guys because I still care and they still care. It's cool, like we won, and that's cool. But even if we didn't win and the boys played a particular way, which showed that they play with heart and determination, that's all I can ask for.
You mentioned Kyle. I mean, you have been probably hard on him all season, but I feel like that's because you know he can take it, and he's the one veteran on this team, and you know that even if he doesn't end up playing much, he's still going to come back and stand up for you and give you his all wins on the court. And tonight, especially those two overtime periods, he was so calm and collected with the ball in his hands.
Yeah, he's been massive all season. The backroom conversations he has with Taryn and Rob and all the guys, and he's cool demeanour. And there was one practice he went at the group, and I was like, hell yeah, Kyle! Like, instead of me having a crack, he did it, and I was like, fuck yeah, like good on you, like let's go. But no, he's been fantastic. He's a amazing soldier. Whether he's DMPing it or playing 30 minutes and controlling the tempo, he's been absolutely massive.
That wasn't another F-bomb, was it?
No, I said, what does Bluey's dad say? Biscuits? Biscuits.
Well, last one for you, and then I'll let you go. After Sunday, this would have been a really long last 5 games, but now after this, you're pretty excited about these last 3 games over the next 2 weeks.
It's never long. Coaching the NBL, I got one of 10 jobs available that people would die for. I get to go to work every day in an amazing environment and, fly around Australia and get to come back home and see my mum like I did this morning. And now we'll head to New Zealand and, get to hang out at the casino and lose a few dollars next week. And this is a great job. No, there's never been a grind. Win, lose, draw. I love the group. They always compete and play hard. And I might get on them a little bit, but, it's good. All right.
Thanks,
We out?
Yeah.